This is a class which each week, Sundays before noon will begin like 12:30, I believe, the maximum, but 12:15, 12, like that, our target will be. This is a class which a group of students began with me 10, 11 years ago. And we studied Arabic with them, and then moved together, and we read some other surahs, and from the beginning of Quran up to this level, each week. The purpose of this class is to make students familiar with the terms of Quran. This is not big commentary of Quran. This is not big tafsir. This is make someone who has interest, Arabic knowledge, Arabic grammatical side to know, make a little bit familiar, and so that he himself may understand well when she reads alone. This is the purpose. And but some of the students I had went to Austin, graduated working there, Salim and others, and Mi'raj, another boy, finished over there from there, then worked here, now in California, shoveling the money, so I couldn't grab him, I couldn't pull back, so ran away. So one boy, Rashad, is in Harvard. I'm happy having a student in Harvard and giving to his teacher before interview a letter, a good letter, recommendation, and of course Lubna getting ready to go to Lubbock, Texas Tech, and we had Nasreen, who is busy, very busy nowadays. So, and we have other students too, but this is the life. I told 6 years before, if I had opportunity to keep 15, 20 young boys here, accommodate them, if was not possible, but if accommodate them to study with me Islamic studies together a few years, and after that, if I had opportunity to be their sheikh, their leader, to conquer America with lectures, with visitation, with teaching, anything, believe me, I think, I would say, mashallah, inshallah, but near to, for sure, have conquered the hearts of Muslims in United. Possible, because they are very capable boys, very fitting, very brilliant, good, and interesting. But life swallows the people. Is life, you know, life is sometimes like war. They get married, sometimes get lost. Because life difficult and the sister pulls away a little bit and the house and the look out, who will pay the bills? So it happens. This is what happened. It happened in Muslim world. Best of the Ummah went to other departments, not in Islamic studies. It happened. It is happening here. We have schools, no teachers licensed, well established. Shall you find teacher of math, teacher of geometry, teacher of philosophy, Islamic level, Western education level, and Texas license? Where are they? Show me. School, building. School is not building. Masjid, good. Okay, I am in the masjid. I am very happy. Where is Imam? Where is Imam? Imam will not be dropped from heaven. Somewhere, sometimes somebody needs to get education. How? You cannot get education walking in the street. Needs institute, accommodation, sitting, teaching, and so, I mean, we Muslims a little got confused, a little bit cannot really straight think, cannot think straight, does not plan, does not see, sees, don't agree, don't pull other factors. This is what is happening. So this is the class. I already read, recited to Rukur. Now I am going to traditional way to translate. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We spoke about this subject. Alif Lam Ra. Nobody knows what is the meaning Alif Lam Ra. Al-Hurufun Muqatta'ah. Tilka Ayatul Kitab al-Mubin. Tilka, this, that, ayat, plural of ayah, verse, al-kitab, the book, al-mubin, clear, from Bayan. These are the verses of the book which is clear. Inna anzalnahu, we have revealed this book, Quran, anzalna from nazala, nazala come down, nazala al-mataru, rain came down. Nazala. Anzala, if'al, from Babi if'al, it is transitive. We let come down, who? That, it, that is book. Book, al-kitabu is masculine. Who is masculine? Who is Damir? Damir, in that class, I have another class, Arabic, Saturdays, afternoon. Huwa, he, huma, hima, him, hiya, ha, huma, hima, hunna, hinna, anta ka, antuma, kuma, antumkum, antiki, antuma, kuma, antumna, kunna, ananina. Who? This book, from that book. That book, we revealed that book as Qur'anan, Qur'an. Arabian, Arabic. Quran from Qara'a. Qara'a to recite. Quran is reciting. It is masdar. Quran is masdar. Masdar, infinitive. To recite. In Arabic, masdars become infinitive, verb, action, but at the same time noun. In Arabic, masdars are verbs and nouns. Some much more interesting thing. In Arabic, masdars sometimes mean masdar, infinitive. Some other times mean ismul fa'il, doer of that. Sometimes same word means ismul maf'ul, done to. Very interesting. Same word. This leads to mazhabs. My class after Zuhr today. Mazhabs. Why mazhabs are there? Is it possible to have no mazhab? It is not possible. People, they don't know, they speak like that. A person who is saying no mazhab, he is saying that I am having my own mazhab. Because no mazhab, nobody can do anything, cannot live. Mazhab means, I will explain what mazhab means, what is definition, what is literal meaning. Because impossible. Because the structure of Arabic and Quran and Hadith is not fitting to have one type of practice. Whole Muslim Ummah. Impossible. It is not. Because language-wise is not possible. Practice-wise never happened in Muslim world. During the time of the Prophet, Muslims did not practice same way. He himself, 23 years, did not practice the same way. An example, today we see people praying namaz like that. Some Hanafis like that, some like that, some open, some wide. Because the Prophet himself did 23 years period, sometimes this, sometimes this, sometimes that. Who you are to say this is only correct, this is not correct? If you are saying, you could say, you are saying that I am rejecting what others did, say, I am only big guy, now 20th century, eating everyday interest, walking in the kuffar and working under kuffar, dictated to. When there is a meeting, I am telling you, the guy comes like that, sits at the top of the table. Yes, we are beginning the meeting. He is saying, you are to do. This is what we are doing. But when it comes to Islam, you are rejecting 800,000 aliens said this way. You are putting all of them somewhere to nothing. Be careful at the day of judgment. You will see 800,000 aliens standing. Come here. Tell us. Why in Dallas, when you were working on the street, you were speaking this way at that place? Tell us. If you answer, no problem. I don't see anybody who would answer to that. I cannot answer to that. I don't see anybody who would answer easily to that. I mean, we are confused. People are confused. Don't read, don't study, don't think. Thinks very little, no complete picture, half. Today this, next day there, another one, this. What is happening? So, in now, we reveal that Quran is master, repeating, qara'a, master, we recitedly, we reveal that in recitation. Very interesting. Quran not revealed, was not revealed in return. This is Alhamdulillah. No. Torah was given to Musa as opposed to that film, or I saw that film in the rock or somewhere, appearing like cloud or like what is the smoke, and then some letters are coming or something, fire or something. Seems it is in the Bible or somewhere, I believe, or somewhere. I am not that much familiar, not in the Bible. This was given by Allah to him, written. Interesting. Quran recited. Jabrail came, recited. 1874, different form, but recitation, Quran. That time, letters were there, Arabic letters, this alif, lam, ha, but not as common as this. There was no dot, qaf, fe, be, ta, tha, no dots during the time of the Prophet. Very interesting. So letters were there, but like that. This could be fa, this could be qa, this could be maybe even wa if the a little shorter. Wow. So when you write like that, this would be qabila, then would be qatala, could be qatlun, because there was no. So how many possibilities? Qatlun, qatlun, qatala, qutila, qabila, qubila, fatila, fabila, fatala, for example. all during the time of the Prophet. So it did not come written form. All books are full. Muslims invented later on these letters, these dots, 100 years after. What for? For the benefit of Ummah. You know, this is not bid'ah. If anybody is saying everything bid'ah, says the whole Quran is bid'ah. Excuse me, like invented after. Bid'ah has definition. Bid'ah is not like peanut. You say everywhere, you say everywhere. Abuse? No. Too bad. Millions of alims will stand at the day of judgment, will grab you, come here, what are you doing? What we were doing. Words have meanings. We will come. I gave khutbah sometimes ago about this subject. I will give one khutbah too. Hopefully we'll mess up a little bit. So it is knowledge, it is ilm, it is book. So Quran and Quran, Arabian, Quran recitation. So recitation came, but written form did not come. Now question. At that time, Arabs have these letters. They did not have these letters, Arabs. Question. What is Quran's relation with these letters vis-a-vis Quran's relation with these letters? Can we say it is fard necessary, no other way, to use this one? Not at all this one. I'm ready to listen and just, of course, Arabic language is fitting here, not fitting here, so that is why this is the rule. But I am a little bit stretching the subject, since Quran was not revealed with these letters, written form. Can I use these letters? If I use it, is it totally wrong? Difficult to say. If you are saying like that, you are saying that Quran was revealed, Jibreel brought with these letters, gave the Prophet, and said that never ever use any other thing at all. This is what you are saying. How can you say it? I am not speaking about, I am inclined that it is better to use not this one. This is different word, different thing. But we are speaking about what Quran's relation with the, I mean, we have hundreds of issues scholarly to be discussed or researched and understand, not going overboard, because it is haram to go overboard too much, not being late or back or Arabic. Quran was revealed in Arabic. But what Arabian means? I said just now Arabic. Arabic is a language. I said, but do you know that the word Arabu means like bayan, clear. أعرب عنه. He abana, bayana. He cleared, he expressed words and ideas clearly. Arabian means that too. So we are speaking about Arabic as a language. That means as opposed to like not Turkish, not Hebrew, not other languages. But at the same time, it is clear. Quran is revealed in Arabic and clear form. It is very interesting. when you study Arabic, you find Hamasa, a book, Hamasa. You find Nahjul Balagha, which is, Shias love that book very much, which is the collection of the orations of Ali radiallahu anhu. That's what they say, okay? Or Jahiz writer, who wrote At-Tabin wal-Bayan and other books. And Mu'allaqat Sab'a, poems, seven poems. You find Arabic of those things 3 times, 4 times difficult to understand than this Quran. More difficult than this Quran. Quran is really clear. Really clear. And easy, I would say, easy compared to them, easy. Structurally. Drawing ahkam from Quran is something else, because it has a lot of meanings, definitions, and things like that. Very rich. So that becomes difficult. Needs scholarly study and training and things like that. Otherwise, Quran is, compared to other Arabic texts, is Arabian, bayinan, clean and clear. Why we have revealed this Quran, revealed this Quran, Arabic, and as recited, لَعَلَّكُمْ, possibly, la for illa, so that لَعَلَّكُمْ, possibly you, تَعْقِلُونَ, aql, think. So the reason for this Quran being revealed Quran and Arabian, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. Reason is understanding. We are not speaking about revelation. We have revealed. Revelation is something coming down, and still did not come, let's say, 5 kilometers, 5 miles away, coming, down, did not come yet. Coming, Anzalna, go down. Where human beings or Jibreel came, still like waiting, did not tell the Prophet yet this ayah verse, not revealed yet, not came to Prophet yet. I mean, Anzalna, not fully Anzalna. When he gave the Prophet, then it became Anzalna. But not one time, 23 years period. Big thing, 23 years, too long, day and night. Prophet was prophet full time. Sleeping, he was prophet. Wake, he was prophet. Bathroom entering, he was prophet. Leader in the masjid, he was prophet. Too much. Meaning too much, too diverse, too rich. So knowing all of them, what he did, didn't do, this do, when he was entering 23 years period, when he entered with right feet, right foot to bathroom, or the door before bathroom, wudu khana, was he right feet always, or left feet sometimes? When he did went to bathroom like outside open area, at the back of the bush, what did he do that time? Like last foot was there, or left one? Which one? I mean, you bring hundreds of questions. You need to 23 years period. Every time he did, if you say for sure, did with right, with left. If you say like that, no, I mean, you are very knowledgeable in that regard, no problem. But can you say that with that, for sure, 23 years period, never ever did like that? When books write this way, when word means this way, 2 meanings, 3 meanings, and ulama says, 100 alim says, we don't agree with some others said. We don't agree. They said like that, we don't think it was like that. 100 alims said like that. So which one to follow? Issue. This is scholarly subject. So the reason of the revelation came down, met the prophet, given to prophet, Quran and Arabic, recited clear. This part is لعلكم تعقلون, so that you may understand. Look, all revelation of Quran is for the people to understand. Very interesting. Reason of Quran being in Arabic, being clear Arabian, is لعلكم تعقلون, to understand, to think, to ponder. Yes, Brother Samir.
Wasn't it also the reason that Arabic language was a well-developed language, and wasn't it also that the miracle of Islam was the complexity of the Quran, that people started believing Muhammad's message because they said, you know, he's illiterate and all of a sudden he's bringing this complex meanings that, and nobody could even write a phrase like the Quran at the time, even though the Arabs were very literate people. Is that part of it?
I think definitely. I appreciate what you commented. Definitely it is like that. Quran is mu'jiza, Quran is Arabic. What you said, I think it was mentioned in another class I have for Arabic beginning. The effect of Quran, the standard Quran, how it made Arabic high and kept Arabic high, how high Quran is, and he did not change, Quran did not change, and miracle, mu'jizat, definitely. Here, of course, here, لعلكم تعقلون. إنا أنزلنا القرآن عربيا لعلكم تعقلون. We have revealed Quran in Arabic or in a clear form so that you may think. Here the focus of لعل, lam is for illah in Arabic. Reason for what? Quran and Arabian. Reason for that. Quran is in word, came, recited, and in Arabian, what for? لعلك, لا for, لا لي for. So the reason, sabab, illah, is musabbab, is, there is a science called usul al-fiqh. I think we will struggle with that in other class. Sometimes later, what is the content of usul al-fiqh? What is the importance of usul al-fiqh? If there is no usul al-fiqh knowledge, how difficult it is to understand Quran, we will struggle. That we will go la'alla, sabab, musabbab, illa, ma'lul, we will go in that detail over there. Ta'qilun comes from aqala, aqala, uqila, yaqilu, yu'qalu, i'qal, aqlu. Aqlun, to think. But do you know the original literal meaning of this word is more than to think. Aqala means to tie the camel to the wall, to the tree. Yes, when you have your camel, your donkey, your horse, take, and you come down, right, come down, and you don't live in the middle. It may go somewhere you cannot find when you come back. So tying that camel. Interesting. عقل. عقل. Brain, intellect, ties the person by making him understand whatever to be understood to that thing. So it is not English understanding. This is Arabic understanding, different understanding. This is not any understanding. This is tying something which it could run away so that it may not run away, stay with you, under your disposal. That understanding type of aql. You know aqila, another word from aql, aqila, is what? Very interesting. According to criminal law of Islam, Islamic criminal penal code of Islam, somebody killed somebody, killer needs to be punished. He could be forgiven by the relative of the killed person, victim, or like he may pay some diet, some blood money, so save himself if they agree. Otherwise, even execution, he could face execution. This, if we know who killed who. If he says, I killed this person, but if a body is found in some area in Richardson around the masjid, killed, murdered, and the guy ran away and did not show up, what are we going to do? Leave the subject that is as it is? No? Muslim Ummah. Richardson Muslims, if they have Imam, if Imam is Qadi, right judge, if they have Bay'ah with Imam, if they trust Imam, if they don't want to be beaten at the day of judgment, they need to find out, to figure out, to find out something, to find out. So what they are going to do? They will go to their Amir, if Imam is Amir, and they will tell, or Amir will call them, come here, or elderly people, Mahalla, Hayatul Ikhtiyar, elders, come here. This body was found, we got the picture recordings and everything fixed. But now we won't. Now we don't know what to, now we don't know what to do. So, anybody knows anything? Announcement. Nobody is saying that. What is happening after that? Aqila. These community people become aqila from aqala. Means they need to collect money. Emir will tell them, you will give 5,000, you will give 50,000, you will give this much. We will raise 10 million. We will give to that deceased victim's family. Very guardian. Money. Because they lost someone who had income, who was supporting the family, and unfortunately we cannot solve that much, everything. We cannot bring the person back alive, but this is what we can do. So whole community will pitch in. This community is doing, what they are doing is mu'aqala. What? This community is aqila, meaning raising blood money. responsible to pay for blood money for the dead person happened in their area, somebody is hiding. Somebody is not telling the truth. You don't tell the truth, you will suffer. You are keeping quiet, so very good. You are hiding, accommodating someone, knowingly, unknowingly. Somebody is living among you, kills a person, and hides. Does not tell the truth. I have remedy for that. You will pay. Think money. This is the lesson you will learn. I think it is, in one way or another, totally okay. When you are in a class, in a gathering, these mischief students sometimes, they make some noise, disturbance, you see. When you are writing something, a noise, something, or everybody laughs. You sure, you know this didn't do, but somebody did in this class. You ask, they protect themselves. They don't tell you. It is okay to punish all of them. Excuse me. I need to come out from this problem. I have no problem, no way out to come out better than this one. I know this is punishing sometimes a person who didn't do. But excuse me, he is neighbor of other person who did not tell who is doing, protecting. So, excuse me, this much share, this much cover needs to be punished. Where it comes from? Allah. So this uncle, we have this uncle here, it's a big problem. نحن, we, نقص, relate, tell the story. نقص comes from قصص, قصص قصة, to tell the story. قصص قصص, يقصص يقصص, قصة. Same letter, صاد becomes شدة, قصة. نحن, we, نقص, we are telling قصة, story, عليك to you, O Prophet. A story, أحسن القصص, best of the stories. أحسن is superlative. Most, high. Most beautiful, best, the story. بما, through that, أوحينا, we revealed, wahi, revelation, wahi, to tell. It is interesting, the word wahi, revelation, is used for the prophet. Allah revealed to prophet, wahi. But also inspiring like animal. وَأَوْحَى رَبُّكَ إِلَى النَّحْلِ. Your Lord did wahi to bees, honeybee, bee. I mean, words have not one meaning, too many meanings. Of course, bees did not get revelation wahi of what the prophet got. But that is too much problem. Words have different meanings. In Quran, more than one meaning. That is why grammar becomes important. Structured sentence is important. The full sentence, whether there is qarina, which will specify the meaning down the road in the sentence, is very important. أوحينا إليك, we gave wahi to you, هذا القرآن, this book, this Quran, this recitation. وَإِن كُنْتَ. Even if you were in قبله, before that book, لَمِنَ الْغَافِلِينَ, from the people who are ghafil, unaware, careless, غفلت. Many Muslims are in ghaflat. We are in ghaflat. We know we will die, still we forget. I mean, like we don't know, act like we don't know. We know we will be questioned at the day of judgment, still we do things as if nobody will question us. This is ghaflat. We don't get shaky or fainted, anything, when we remember like Akhirat, Day of Judgment and things like that. We really not regularly, not all the time we get like that. We don't get ghafla. I mentioned earlier, there is an expression, khabi ghaflat. Khab means sleeping in Persia, not Arabic. Nawmul ghafla. Ghaflat, sleep. I remember many scholars, they used to ask Allah to protect us from khabu ghaflat, from ghaflat, sleep of ghaflat. It is very strange. You are awake, but still sleeping. You are not sleeping, but sleeping. I mean, how bad is that? A person does not care, knows and does not care, does not feel, no sensitivity, no concern that much. Even if you were before that, لَمِنَ الْغَافِلِينَ, from the people who was not aware. The Prophet, of course, was not aware from which Quran, before Quran was revealed. He was human being, like anybody. He was a good man, he was trustworthy, he was this and that. Not prophet, he was not prophet. Before he became prophet, he was not. Let me comment on a few things, perhaps before concluding here. You saw in this ayah what? We are telling you أحسن القصص, the best of the story. Best. I doubt, I suspect there is anything mentioned like that for another story in Quran. No. This أحسن القصص is best story, best among the stories. Quran, 1/6, 1/8, 1/10 of whole Quran is qasas, story. You know, Quran is awamir, nawahi, qasas, amsal. They categorize the books, categorize the content of Quran. 1/6 of Quran, I mean, that big number, whatever is it, I mean, maybe 7, maybe 8 different alims. I don't have specific information just now to tell you. These qasas, stories in Quran, prophets, nations, Ad, Samud, stories. In all of those stories, this one is Ahsan al-Qasas, the best. We will see how interesting is it, how really, this story is the best story. First, it is a family issue. Family, mother, father, brothers. And jealousy, conflict in the family. From Adam Baba, Abil Qabil, up to this day, family conflicts, family conflicts, family conflicts, family conflicts, family conflicts, family conflicts. Up to here. Affects children, offspring, doubles, psychologists, psychiatrists, child psychiatrists, therapists. Are they clearing? Are they helpful? Or destroying more? I had a psychiatrist brother who used to say, he was Muslim, he used to say, I don't know whether we are having session sitting with patients and things like that, whether we are just really wasting our time because like against nature, against the creation, against tabi'ah, against what Allah created. A guy is created suspicious, suspects everybody. Suspects husband, suspect, suspect. I mean, sit with this guy, hey, what is the problem? Oh, I suspect. What did you do? Are you ever? No, but I feel. Yeah, why are you feeling? Do you have any evidence? No, I don't have any evidence. I feel. Allah created. The other guy doesn't feel anything. So who did like that? Who created like that? Allah. So you are repairing this person who is created as suspecting not to suspect. You are going to make him not to suspect. Masalama, do it. Inshallah, you could do it, but you can't do it. Like a door, you see. Pull, it goes back. Pull, it goes back. Pull, it goes back. Nature. You are preaching wolf not to tear down lamb. What is this teeth for? And you are telling this snake, like bee, like rose? What are you doing? So he was telling me like that. What I mean is family, creation, important unit, but it is disaster. And this boy, this Yusuf alayhi salam happened, reasonable, less reasonable, full reasonable, and that story, then this boy gets involved in something, somewhere, in desert, ghayabat in the bottom of the well, and picked and sold. What kind of story is that? It's too much, yahi. And then goes somewhere, and then over there, when he will breathe a few things, like a waiter or a servant, somebody in the palace somewhere, this young boy did not have the culture, maybe did not know the language of that area. He was fell in, sold in the street, yahi. Sold in the street, market. And now he has this Zulaykha, Zulaykha. He cannot run away. Where he is going to run away? He has no place to go. So, trouble. He is pushed by his desire, lustful desire to get involved, and these women experience, queen, authority puts into difficult position, Haytalak let us get involved. This guy is struggling. Lustful desire, sin, my father, Arabic. Whole world, excuse me, is like that today. All world is like that, excuse me. Exactly the story we see here is what is happening here and there. Struggle, youth are struggling, and boys are, girls are pressured and turning to psychopath, losing their health, normality. Believe me, very interesting story. Other ladies gossiping. This lady thinks, they are gossiping, let me call them, look what I will do. And invites them, does not tell them what is going on. When invites, puts them in a good room, guest room, and offers them food with knife. Knife was there at that time. Each one had a knife. Each one seems had a plate. Two, sitting like that. Knife, but knife is useless without fruit. So fruit is there. So separate, so a set of accommodating guests. I mean, 18, 24 or 12, whatever my wife knows better. I don't know how many sets and the Mikasa and this, that one is Michi, Machi, these people are selling, expensive, and made and gave you, enjoy eating this apple, pear, peaches, perhaps, I'm assuming grape. And when they were eating like that, this boy comes in. He doesn't decide to come there. Obliged. Servant. When you are servant, you do what others tell you. You don't tell them I don't want. Story. Too much lessons, too many lessons, too many things. And comes in, they cut their fingers. Because gone. They think that they are cutting their apples into pieces, but in the gun. Half full, I don't know, but something happened. There was sharp knife, something happened. Everybody. So this lady is so like cunning or clever or smart to convince them that the gossiping you are making in the town is not correct. Or you too, when you leave the conditions I am in, you will fall into the state I am falling in. I will teach you a lesson. And she made them comfortable. متكئا متكئا وأعتدت لهن متكئا, like a couch or cushion. So relax. Well, سكينا, knife. قطعنا أيديهم. فلما رأيناه قطعنا أيديهم. They cut their fingers. It is interesting. Sisters, all due respect, they plan things like that. Let a man plan like that, let them fight with each other. Men and women fight and we watch. But sisters could plan things like that. For them, this is important. Their dignity, their thing, and telling the story. I believe big gossipers and perhaps gossip writers may be women. I don't know, I'm not in that field. Here too, ruler is not inviting nobody, giving knife and cushion and apples. Sister is invited. I guess ruler too was gossiped by somebody somewhere. But so it is telling the story, or storytelling and gossiping and things is kind of a little bit character of sister side. إنك إذا كنا عظيم. You plan. Your plan is so big. They were told. You plan or you trick. They were told, which is used by our Prophet to Aisha. Khadija was his wife, died. The Prophet married Aisha younger, okay? From time to time, the Prophet seems he was saying that one who died, nice one, rahimahullah, may Allah bless her. Aisha said, what? You are talking about her? About me? You are too good. Then the Prophet said, after discovering what is going on in the heart of Sister Aisha, radiallahu anha, she said, Inna kunna, this is in Bukhari, Sahih Bukhari, Inna kunna sawahibu Yusufa. Your sisters are the ones who befriended Sahib, friend, company of Yusuf. I mean, you are like Zulaykha or Zulaykha. He said like that. We will see this beautiful story in detail in future, as long as we can continue this study, inshallah. May Allah bless you, inshallah. Al-Fatiha.